Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today's quest takes us to a crossroads. On one side, we have symphonic metal legends, Evanescence, and on the other, we have brutal death metal upstarts, Sanguisugabogg. I don't know how to actually say their name. We're going to call them SpongeBoggabogg. SpongeBoggabogg. That's going to be the name of the band for the brutal death metal and the album Tortured Whole. So, two vastly different albums, but the reason I'm talking about them both in this video is that they're polarizing. They are very polarizing for the month of March. People either love them or they hate them. It's basically like Marmite bands. These two albums are Marmite albums. I've seen a lot of reviews online smashing both of these albums, and I've seen a lot of reviews online praising both of these albums. So we're here today to decide, are these albums worth your time? Do they suck massive tortured holes? Or are they amazing? Let's find out with my own personal, very fucking biased opinion, because this is a biased video, it's my fucking opinion, and let's have some fucking fun. So, first up, let's tackle the giant in the room. Let's tackle Evanescence, The Bitter Truth. Now, I'm a big Evanescence fan. I love Evanescence. It's one of the first kind of rock bands I ever listened to. It kind of got me into metal, alongside, bands like Epica, Within Temptation, Nightwish. I love all those bands. I still love all those bands. So, biased alert. I have some preferences here. For the hardcore metal fans, they probably don't like this kind of shit because it's too cringy. Oh, it's fucking female singing. I hate that. Well, they can stick this fucking finger in their ass, because I love it, and this album, The Bitter Truth, does it suck like people say? The answer, I don't know why I'm pretending to hold it, there's not going to be anything here, unless I kind of Photoshop it here. Yeah, let's do that. Does it suck? The answer is God no. The answer is it's amazing. It's an awesome album. It's not a masterpiece. I'm not going to go crazy and be like 10 out of 10 masterpiece. It's not like that. I'm used to doing that on their channel, but this isn't like that. This is a great album, and I think every song is awesome. They hit, very unique, some electronic parts in it, great ballads, which we'll get to, cool catchy choruses, epic anthems, songs where you just want to raise a lighter in the air. Very fun, very good album by Evanescence. Not the best, not as good as The Open Door or Fallen, but I think it's better than the self-titled. I do think it's better than the self-titled, so they are kind of improving since that. So let's go through some of the songs on this album and tell you why I think they are fantastic. So let's start with Game Is Over, which is a very heavy kind of song, heavy riffs in this song, very melodic, and the melodies in this, very similar to, say, that of something from Fallen. So you could put this song, Game Is Over, onto that album and it'd fit right at home, and that's what I love about some of these songs. Wasted on You is a great anthemic song. This is one of the ones where you want the lighter in the air. Not a ballad, but it's a bit more subdued than a lot of their other songs, and the chorus in it is just, it's a spicy. I love Wasted on You. Better Without You is cool, electric parts, heavy song. This will be a staple. This is going to be fun live. This is going to be a great song live. Use My Voice is another standout. Very powerful vocals by Amy Lee. She's just an amazing vocalist, and it showcases it amazingly on this album. Aside from one criticism, which we'll get to at the very end, but yeah, her singing is fantastic. This song I love. I love the kind of, not choir, but the singing in the background makes the song more epic. So definitely looking forward to this live. And then we go to Far From Heaven, my favourite song from the album. Yeah, it's a ballad. Yeah, it's a fucking ballad, but it's my favourite song from the album. I love these ballads, kind of like Epica's Omega album with Rivers. That's one of my favourite songs from that album, and this is one of my favourite songs from this album, because it's literally showcasing Amy Lee's talent, and that's what I love about Evanescence. I don't listen to Evanescence for cool fucking solos or really heavy maggot stomp riffs. We'll get to that soon. I listen to it for Amy Lee's vocals, and they showcase it amazingly on this song, so 2 thumbs up from me, 2 thumbs up the bum from me. This song is the best. And then ending it with Blind Belief, which is very Egyptian kind of melody. Great way to close the album. I like every single song on this album. I would give it a perfect score, because in my ratings, scores are based on, did I enjoy the album? Yeah, then it's a 10. Did I not enjoy it? It's a fucking 0. It's kind of like that. It's kind of shit. But But that's why we scrapped that. We're doing, you should buy it or you shouldn't buy it. So I think you should 100% buy this, but there's one glaring issue with this album. The mixing. The mixing is fucking awful. It's goddamn, almost ruins it. Almost fucking ruins it. I don't want to hear an album where everything is just enveloped with fuzz, because that's what it sounds like. Every guitar string that's hit, every drum hit, every drum fill, every note of a voice, there's some kind of fuzz around everything. The sound is just, it's just bad, okay? The sound is bad on this album. So if I was going to give it a score out of 10, it'd probably be an 8, knocking 2 points off for the fucking awful sound mix. If they remastered it with clean production, because that's what you want with symphonic metal, you want clean production, it would be, you know, it'd be a really high score, because these songs are amazing, but the sound mixing really lets it down. Really fucking lets it down. So that's the one complaint I have with this album. I like everything else with it, you know? Maybe I'm easy to please, maybe, but I like everything else with this album. I'm a fan, always have been, and this album lives up to my expectations and even more. But the sound mixing, god damn that shit, it's almost as bad as Saint Anger, like fucking hell. Awful. Goddamn awful. But yeah, that is The Bit of Truth by Evanescence. My thoughts on it, I think it's an 8 out of 10. I think it's a great album. Really fun. Some people shit on it, like the Metal Meltdown. I can understand if it's, you know, purely on the mixing and the sound design of the album. But the song-wise, they're all goddamn awesome. So, songwriting-wise, singing-wise, you know, performance-wise, it's fucking awesome. That is the Evanescence, The Bit of Truth, for my thoughts on it. So let's go now to Sanguisugabogg with Tortured Whole. Now, this one's a bit different, a bit less to say with this album. A lot of people are saying that it's kind of boring. A lot of people are saying that it's just kind of run-of-the-mill, doesn't deserve the hype. It's shit. It's fucking shit. Now, I do not agree with any of those people. I don't agree. I think this is a fun album. I do think it's a good album, but it's not a great album. It's not a fucking masterpiece like some other people say. Some people saying it's like the fucking Mona Lisa of death metal. No. There's other better death metal albums that came out in March. Memoriams to the End. Now that's a better death metal album. The riffs on that, his singing, oh my god. It's brutal death metal, so it's a bit different comparing it to normal death metal. But, you know, we're all human. I have my preferences. I like death metal. I like prog death, tech death. Brutal death is fine, but it's not my favourite. It's not my cup of tea. So re-listening to this album over and over, trying to find parts and songs that I really enjoy, and there are some great riffs, some great maggot stomping. You know, you just want to like stomp your feet around the ground, headbang to it, crack a beer, you know, all the staples of fucking brutal death metal. And if you love that kind of shit, this is probably your album of the year. You probably jerk off over this like every day of the week. And I can see why. It is heavy. It's a heavy album. The lyrics are gory. They don't take themselves too seriously. It's fun. The album is fun. I mean, it's called Tortured Whole. And they're making you say that in reviews like this. So, yeah, they don't take themselves too seriously, and neither should you. You shouldn't take this music too seriously. It's a fun time. It's a good time, but it's not pushing any boundaries. It's not like revolutionary. I think there is, like I said, I preferred Memoriams, I prefer Bass Necrosapiens, I prefer Ad Nauseams from fucking last month. Oh my god, that was fucking amazing. So many good, even brutal death metal. I think Defeated Sanity did it a bit better, but I don't want to shit on them too much because this was a fun album and I had some good times with this album. I just think it's not a 10 out of 10 masterpiece like some people are saying, but it's also not fucking awful like some people are saying. It is quite unique because there is a lot of like synth kind of things. There's a lot of interludes. Well, I say a lot. There's like 2. One's actually called Interlude, which is just amazing. The names on this album are amazing. But yeah, they do experiment with the interludes, which are very spacey, very cool. And the riffs on this album, you know, they're heavy. The vocals, you get what you expect with brutal death metal. It's very like a dog. It's fantastic. You get what you paid for. You get what you paid for. Maybe it's not as good as the EP, Pornographic Seizures, which I really enjoyed, but that was still... I'm not like the biggest brutal death metal fan, so take this part with a grain of salt. It's just I want to talk about this album because everyone's fucking hyping it up. as the second coming of Christ is resurrecting as the best album of the year. No. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good album. Give it a listen. I think it's good, but if you like brutal death metal, you'll love it. I mean, some of these song titles, and the album art, what the fuck is going on there? It's like the thing. I mean, some of these album titles, Menstrual Envy, Dead as Shit is a fantastic song. Dick Fillet, come on. Dick Fillet, what a fantastic song that one is. Cool, catchy melodies. The riffs will be stuck in your head on this one. The riffs will be stuck in your head, but yeah. So overall, I'd give this one a 6 out of 10. So yeah, so for Spongebogabogg, Tortured Whole, I'd give a 6 out of 10. I think it's fine. Don't think it's revolutionary, but it's a fine album. So anyone who likes brutal death metal, check this one out. So that's my thoughts on both of these very divisive albums from March. Which one did you prefer? Do you like Evanescence, The Bitter Truth? Do you like Sanguisugabogg? Did you like SpongeBobSlagabogg's albums, Tortured Whole? Let me know down below what you thought of both these albums, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.